Hello, this is YouMineWeCraft, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the 12W36A snapshot. Now, this is really two snapshots in one, since there wasn't a snapshot last week. So let's get to it. One of the nicest items out of the game, and decorative items, are skulls and heads. So by here we have a skeleton skull. By here we have a with a skeleton skull. I'll come on to that later. We have a zombie head. This is just called a head. And then creeper head. Obviously they're the same. Now they will all be attainable as rare mob drops from their mob, but I'm not too sure how the normal head will be obtained. I'm just going to call it Steve head, because Steve said. So I do believe these Steve head textures and all the mob textures come from their mob file. I don't believe they're specifically new blocks textures made for them. So if you change a texture for default Steve, I believe he will change the block of it, which is quite cool. Something you may notice is there is an extra pixel line at the bottom and to the right of all of them, just a little darker than the rest of the texture. Now I think this is trying to make the item look like it's a block, like it's 3D kind of, but personally I don't like it, so just personal thing. So here's a little setup of creeper heads, just to show off that they can all be directed to you. So as you see, I believe there's the straight, and then there's the two other like slants they can be at. So there's three different type of angles they can be at, really. One is just normal, others a bit slanted, and the other one's completely like that. Yeah. So as you see, the hitbox still stays the same, but the item does like change its orientation. Here's some other ideas you can do with them. I crafted an idea for a Steve Snowman. Creeper on a pole. You could possibly have Steve heads as like a warning sign. Changes Steve texture to like a dead Steve. Steve heads hanging up. Steve talking to a creeper. Now this is what is quite interesting. The new heads have the same hitbox and size as the new, what do you call them? Walls, cobblestone walls. So you can have them top of there and the exact same hitbox. So it fits quite nice. Here's just an example to show you that the heads are actually the size of a half block. So as you see, the other side of the half block, I can walk over them now and not drop down or get lifted. So they are the same height. Now here I have a little layout. As you see, the Steves aren't all in the same place. That's because there's actually two different versions really of each head. So there's one where you can place on the ground different orientations, like so. And then there's one where you can place it on a block, and this will be up higher and more towards the block. And it does not matter where you're facing; it'll always place it on the same way if you're facing a block, like that. So this is something to keep in mind when placing them down. That you can put them in different ways. So like I said, there's no crafting recipe at the moment for any of the heads. They all will be rare mob drops, so very rare. Here now they finally have a crafting recipe for the work in progress blocks, and they've also finally named it to a beacon. So beacons can be placed on like so. Everything's the same about the beacons as in a previous snapshot, other than the texture is different, and there's finally a crafting recipe. So let's get on to the crafting recipe of it. Here I've used item frames to show the crafting recipe. It is one of these things, which is called a nether star, which has the shiny effect on it. I will be coming into how you get these after. but they craft with glass and 3 obsidian, so they're very expensive to make, and especially with the nether star. And that crafts, like I said, beacon. So the beacon has like an entity inside it, rather like the end crystals, and it is very fancy. I really do love it, which is very nice. So there's a little side note which they've updated how you obtain potatoes and carrots. Updated how you can obtain them. Now they will spawn in villages, and they will also be found in jungle biomes. But I've looked throughout the jungle biome for ages and didn't find none of them, so they're probably very rare. So yeah. Now one of the things that has been a lot on Twitter is the new item, called Carrot on a Stick. Not exactly the best name ever they could have given it, but nothing wrong with the name, Carrot on a Stick. So it can be crafted 2 different ways. It can be crafted with the fishing rod to the up and to the left of the carrot, or it can be crafted up and to the right of the carrot. So just diagonally, anyway, like that. So let's get on to showing you what they can actually do. If you hold in your hand and right click, you can direct the pig in which way you want it to go. Unfortunately, it's a bit apprehensive in how it works at the moment. Sometimes you have to hit the pig with your hand to get it to move, which I suppose would be like in real life. But on Twitter it was said that it could possibly get up to a total speed of 5 blocks per minute, but I've been trying to use them for a while, and it seems going very fast. The controls on how to use this carrot on the stick are a bit iffy. It's not exactly shown how the right click or left click on will go. And also, a thing that I do wish they hope they update is when you run into a block, I hope that it like jumps you up like that. So I believe they still do have the running away running away effect. They try and run away from the player if you hit them. If I just get my diamond sword, kill him, as you see there, he dropped 2 raw pork chop, and he also dropped his saddle. So that means, yes, you can finally get your saddles back after you put them on your piggy. There's no more wasting it on a pig. You will always definitely get it back afterwards. So let's talk more about these. Now, these are wither skeleton skulls, and what do you think they drop from? That's it, wither skeletons. So this is another new mob they've added, and this mob is a new nether mob, which is a nice addition, I think. So it's a type of skeleton, so to spawn in, use skeleton egg. Oh, he did spawn in, but I keep forgetting to change it from pizza. So I spawned him, as you can see, he's 3 blocks tall. If I can spawn normal skeletons, you can see the height difference. And also, you may notice that it doesn't have a bow, it has an iron sword. There is a chance when you kill one of these, it'll drop a stone sword, I believe. But other from that, they have a chance of dropping bones and coal. So this is quite an efficient way of gathering coal, I do believe. I'm not too sure on the damage. I just quickly look on here. Okay, so they have 20 health points. That is 10 hearts. They can only spawn in the nether. They drop 0 to 2 coal on death and 0 to 2 bones on death. And they may also have a rare drop of dropping a wither skeleton skull, 0 to 1 on death, and a rare chance of dropping a stone sword on death. Even though the texture, I'm pretty sure it's an iron sword, but oh well. So I'm just going to go back to peaceful and show you the new wither boss, or just wither. Now, I believe it was in the packs, in packs, they fully announced basically how they were going to be how the withers were going to be spawned in, and that is you choose to spawn them in rather like what's the word? Iron golems. That's the one. Iron golems. So once you is exactly the same way, except for a few changes. One of the changes being, instead of iron blocks, it is soul sand, and also instead of just placing ahead by there, you also place them by here and by here. Now I'm not too sure whether it has to be in certain difficulty, so I'm just going to set it to easy. I haven't spawned these in before, so I'm very cautious. I've seen some videos, they look amazing. At the moment I believe they can be spawned in with any combination of skull. One thing I would like to see in the future is that if you use different types of skulls, it'll actually show it on the mob. So I'm just going to craft like that, and apparently you can't craft it like that, so, well, create it like that I should say. Oh, I believe that the center skull needs to be placed on last, rather like the... very odd. 1 second, I shall be back. Okay, I found the problem. Now you have to do it with wither skeleton skulls. So the other ones are completely for decoration. The only ones you need are the wither skeleton skulls. So you will have to venture to the nether, get soul sand, kill a bunch of these wither skeletons just so you can build your wither. So I'm going to place these down, and there you go, the amazing wither. Now I'm going to turn my particles up to onto all, so possibly see. Now apparently it's meant to change. Whoa, that was cool. It's meant to change your sky to very like dark sky apparently. I can't notice at the moment because I got low rend distance as I'm recording. Now it did like flash blue for a few seconds, so I'm just gonna craft another one. I hope I won't regret this. So when you first spawn it turns blue. There's a bunch of particle effects coming off it. You like flashes a bit, smoke coming off it. Yeah, there we go, starts flashing. So I believe that's his health getting generated. Now, as in previous versions, he will fly towards you and try and blow you up, as well as all passive mobs. Now I'm trying and kill him. As you see with the diamond sword, it's quite easy. Now, once you get down to halfway, you get enraged, and it's even harder to kill. Now, if this is to hit you, it gives you a Wither 2 potion effect. And it's exactly the same as poison, it will take your health down. And I believe the Wither skeletons, when they hit you, they give you a Wither. Just normal Wither. There we go, so we died. I believe the death effect will become more grand, or at least I hope it is, will become more grand. But they will drop the nether stars. So if you've ever wondered why there's no stars in the nether, you know that's because these withers stolen them. Yes, I don't know exactly how there's meant to be stars in the nether, sorry. But there is. So let me go. So it's kind of adding a more structured side to the game. So let's say for instance you wanted to get a beacon block, you would have to number one go to the nether, or number one get all the sets of items, get obsidian, go to the nether, kill several of the with the skeletons, get soul sand, then construct the wither boss, kill the wither boss, and then you'll be able to craft it with the stars you get from it. So it is definitely an extra level of kind of like structured gameplay, which I think is really good, but too much of it can be bad. So I think that it's about enough, I would say, a right amount. I think they could add a few more things without spoiling the game too much. But yeah, I pretty sure I covered everything. I'm just going to go over a few things. Yeah, so when they spawn, when the wither bosses spawn in on the surface, the sky will get darker. Gives player with a 2 effect, as I said. So there's pretty much there's a very high chance that when you spawn a skeleton, or you just spawn a skeleton egg in the nether, there's a very high chance it will spawn a wither skeleton. But in the normal world, it'll just spawn a normal skeleton like that. So apparently, if you right click or while on a pig to make it go faster. So hopefully that'll work fine. So another thing is these heads can be used like pumpkins are put on your head, which is rather cool. I really hope that they add the feature where if you're wearing one of these heads, that mob type won't attack you. So if they do that, I think it'll be amazing. I think it's a brilliant idea. If Mojang don't do it, I really hope a mod creator does it, because I think that would be a very cool idea. They are in this snapshot red drops for mobs. I thought they were only planned. I thought that was only planned, but no. You will 100% get it as a red drop. I don't think I use that in the correct sentence, because 100% red drop is exactly the way to go. Oh yes, they've changed the texture of golden carrots, I believe, because everyone was saying it looked like a penis. I personally don't think it looked like a penis. I don't know even why people thought it looked like a penis, but they've changed the texture because loads of people thought it was a penis. Yes. So that is the reason why they changed it. Oh yeah, there's minor changes to dyeing leather armor. I believe they fixed the problem with the durability, where you repair items, it would mix up with the dye and muck up pretty much. There is a bug, which I believe I was the first person to find, well, the first person to put on the wiki anyway. If you see right here, this is the beacon. If you destroy it, as you see, the particle effect coming off it. Now keep your eye on the particle effect. The particle effect on it is the same particles coming off as the old beacon texture. So they've changed the texture of the beacons, but forgot to change where the particle effects are generated from, I believe. I'm not sure how it works, but I would have thought it would be a very simple fix. And may I say, the texture and design of the beacons themselves is amazing. The item itself, as just held in your hand, as you see by there, is got just a little yellow dot in the center, where the actual one has this amazing effect in it. But I think this is really cool, personally. So they have said they've added more dungeon loot. Now, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find a dungeon on this map or any other map and this snapshot to find out what the new dungeon loot is. But it'll probably be an annotation at the end of this video if I find out. Oh yeah, chickens now use seeds instead of wheat to breed, which is a lot easier, since when I ever play survival, I have tons and tons of seeds. So at least it'll give me something to use them for. So yeah, I believe I had everything in that video. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. If there's anything I missed out, please leave a comment in the description, and I will put an annotation at the end of the video around by here. So, goodbye.